Hey, this is how I make websites faster. I do it by installing a plugin called Airlift, and it's actually less of an install. Well, it's a bit weird. It's not like, so I'll go into the backend, into the dashboard, and go down to plugins. So you can see it there on the left side, like here it says Airlift, and you can see it here in the plugins, but it's not like a normal plugin where I go to add plugin and then search Airlift and then it pops up Airlift. It's not available here. You have to literally go to the Airlift site, or there's a couple ways of doing it, but you can go to the Airlift site, you can type Airlift online, you can make an account and then download it, and then you're gonna have to upload the plugin and then install it. So if I click Airlift there, you can also see that I can't really customize it on WordPress at all. I can only visit the dashboard, which is gonna take me to this screen. Oh, it's gonna take me to this screen. And this will give you some information about your website, how long it's taking to, how big the page size is, how long it takes to load. And you might be wondering, like I was, like how is it making your website faster? Like that how can a website just get faster? That doesn't make sense. If I click on performance here, you can see that the original speed here, and I can confirm that, like I was testing it with other apps, the site speed wasn't great, and there were a few things with it that wasn't too good. But now it's much better. It loads really quickly, and that's a big deal. It loads really quickly. The images were optimized. So like if you're wondering how the frick does that happen, what is it doing? Something diabolical, it's stealing information, it's sketchy. They actually explain, like, before the size was 4.5 MB, it was reduced. Okay, that doesn't really tell you anything. Over here it tells you did some image resizing, which I can literally see. Like if I go back to the site and go over here and then go to like this image, for instance, right click and open image in a new tab, I can see that this is in the WebP format, which is way smaller. Now I could have changed it manually to WebP, but just like it takes a bit, I mean, it's not that hard, but it does take a bit of time. So it's really cool how it did that, and I can see that a whole bunch of things was optimized in that sort of style. So if I go back here, the size was reduced a lot. Some other optimizations that I couldn't explain to you. CSS optimization. Well, so CSS is the kind of code used for visuals. So when they say optimize the CSS, it probably means that there was some unnecessarily long or complex lines of code in the CSS that could have been simplified. So like instead of saying 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, you can just say 1 plus 5, and that takes up less space, therefore loads quicker. I mean, that's an oversimplification, but that's what I feel like it's probably that. Yeah, it says it increased though, but the requests reduced a lot. Okay, again, I don't fully understand. JavaScript optimization, and it's like there can be a downside, just by the way. So like there were 12 requests for a reason. Like, it was made that way specifically, whether it's safer or more accurate, it's more pleasant to look at, like the way it loads in. Because if you go to the site now, it does load in a kind of a weird way. So if I refresh this, it does load in a weird way. I'm gonna go to the top and refresh. Maybe it won't work here because I've already loaded it in and it's saved in the cache now. But it does load like piece by piece. It doesn't just load the website and you scroll through it seamlessly and there's nice kind of animations. No, it's like as you load it in, then it loads up. It doesn't look terrible though. I mean, you can go visit the site, I guess, and see that it doesn't look terrible. I'm gonna need to, I can't, it's gonna take a bit to show you. Maybe I should show you. Maybe I'll go to incognito. Maybe I'll go to here and then go into incognito. Matthew. And now, no, it's, I already had an incognito there. Can I close the other incognito? Let's see, do I have another incognito open? Nope. Okay, so now it should work. Nice. Matthew. There, can you see that? There. So there were like 2 slow loads there, which functionally it's great for the site, but visually it does, it's like, that's a bit distracting, a bit weird. I don't think it's so bad, obviously, that's why I implemented it. JavaScript optimization, the same kind of situation where it's busy simplifying the structure of the code. Java is less for visuals, more for other things. Font optimization, I can't imagine that does a lot. I mean, some fonts do load long, like really complex fonts. The simpler fonts, like sans ref or something, will definitely load faster just because it's simpler. It's less work to load. It doesn't really give any information about how much faster or anything though. Web Vital improvement. First contentful paint is the time from navigation to the time in the browser renders the first bit of content from the DOM. I don't know. That probably just means the hero section, I feel like, loads a bit faster now. Speed index, good. Yeah, man. So it's worked for me on a couple sites now. Like I tried it on my previous site. If I go back, you can see that I also had this other site signed up, lancemvn.co today, which I recently stopped using. Anyway, that's pretty much it. If you got any more questions, please put them in the comments. And even if you don't, even if you just enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments. Thank you. I'll see you. Bye.